1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan, the news read by Muhammad Zubair Khan. First, the headlines. Pakistan and Tajikistan have agreed to work together to strengthen peace, stability and security in the region. Prime Minister and Russian President at a meeting in Samarkand today discussed bilateral ties and matters of mutual interests. President expresses Pakistan's resolve to stand firm on commitment that true democracy is the only way forward for inclusive decision-making and policy formulation for minorities. 100 flights carrying relief goods for flood-affected people from friendly nations and international organizations have so far landed in Pakistan. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed serious concern over the upsurge in Indian state terrorism in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Iran has signed a memorandum of obligations to become a permanent member of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Pakistan Cricket Board has announced squad for 7-match series against England and for the T20 World Cup in Australia next month. And now the news in detail. Pakistan and Tajikistan have agreed to work together to strengthen peace, stability and security in the region, particularly in Afghanistan. The understanding was reached during a meeting between Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and President of Tajikistan Imam Ali Rahman on the sidelines of Shanghai Cooperation Organization Heads of Council Summit in Samarkand today. The two leaders exchanged views on regional and global issues of mutual interest covering all aspects of bilateral cooperation. The Tajik president extended sympathies and condolences over the loss of human lives and devastation caused by floods in Pakistan and assured of Tajikistan's full support in the relief and rehabilitation of the affected people. The Prime Minister, sharing details of devastation caused by climate-induced rains and floods, thanked Tajikistan for its support to the flood-affected people. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif held a meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Samarkand today. During the meeting, they discussed bilateral relations and matters of mutual interests. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif held meeting with President of Uzbekistan Shavkat Mirziyoyev in Samarkand today. During the meeting, they discussed bilateral relations and matters of mutual interests. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif also held meeting with Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi in Samarkand today. President of Belarus Alexander Grigorovich Lukashenko called on Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif on the sidelines of SCO Heads of Council Summit in Samarkand today. They discussed matters of mutual interest during the meeting. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif visited Khizr Complex and the tomb of founding leader of Uzbekistan Islam Karimov in Samarkand today. This is Radio Pakistan. President Arif Alvi has reiterated Pakistan's resolve to nurture and strengthen democracy in accordance with Islamic tenets and the vision of founding father, the Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. In his message on the occasion of International Day of Democracy being observed today, he said the Constitution of Pakistan enshrines democratic principles. The President said Pakistan stands firm on the commitment that true democracy is the only way forward for inclusive decision-making and policy formulation, particularly for minorities and vulnerable segments of society. Dr. Arif Alvi said true representation of people, fairness, equality, social justice and rule of law are at the heart of any democratic nation, and Pakistan strives to garner these values through its constitution. He said Pakistan stands in solidarity with all oppressed people of the world who are voiceless and cannot exercise their democratic right of self-determination, especially the people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has said supply of 15 tons of clean water and 150,000 mosquito nets is being ensured on immediate basis to Sohbatpur following his visit to the flood-affected area of Balochistan yesterday. In a tweet today, he said water was provided to the area yesterday through helicopters and trucks. On the special directives of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, Quetta-Sibbi transmission line has been restored to supply 300 megawatt electricity to the area. 220 kV Quetta Industrial Grid Station has also been made functional. Sakhar-Quetta National Highway has been restored for heavy traffic to supply flood relief items to flood-hit people of Nasirabad division and other areas. Prime Minister himself is monitoring the rehabilitation activities in flood-affected areas and receiving daily report on emergency situation. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has announced $7.5 million in humanitarian assistance for the flood-affected people of Sindh and Balochistan. In a letter addressed to Pakistan's ambassador to the United States, Masood Khan, President Global Development of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Christopher Elias, conveyed that the polio program of the foundation would also support 1,200 health camps in the worst flood-affected districts. In addition, the foundation would put more support towards 3 maternity hospitals dealing with the largest burden of displaced women. Christopher Elias informed the ambassador that the foundation has an active $4 million grant for the poor that are getting food subsidies and emergency cash transfers in the flood-affected areas. He also expressed deepest sympathies over the losses caused by unprecedented floods. He said this is indeed a tragedy of national proportions and one which has captured the attention of the world. Ambassador Masood Khan thanked the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for its generous support at a time when the people of Pakistan needed it the most. Pakistan has so far received 100 flights from friendly countries and international organizations carrying relief goods for flood victims. According to Foreign Office spokesperson, United Arab Emirates has sent 43 flights, Turkey 13, China 4, Qatar 4, the United States 15, Saudi Arabia 2, and 1 flight each has been sent by Nepal, France, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and Jordan. United Nations Children's Fund has also sent 2 flights, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee 9, and World Food Programme dispatched 3 flights for flood-affected people of Pakistan. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed serious concern over the upsurge in Indian state terrorism in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. According to Kashmir Media Service, the APHC in a statement issued in Srinagar said killings, arrests, torture, destruction of property and other atrocities by Indian Army, police and paramilitary personnel during house raids and so-called cordon and search operations have become a routine matter in the territory. It pointed out that Indian forces personnel have turned the Jammu and Kashmir, once called a paradise on earth, as a hell for its inhabitants. The APHC appealed to the international community to take cognizance of grim human rights situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and play an effective role in resolving the Kashmir dispute in accordance with the Kashmiris' aspirations. Iran has signed a memorandum of obligations to become a permanent member of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Iranian Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdollahian wrote on his Instagram, by signing the document for full membership of the SCO, now Iran has entered a new stage of various economic, commercial, transit and energy cooperation. England cricket team arrived in Karachi today to play 7 T20 international matches against Pakistan. The National Stadium Karachi will host the first 4 matches, while remaining 3 matches will be played at Qaddafi Stadium, Lahore. The first match will be played at the National Stadium Karachi on Tuesday. Pakistan Cricket Board has announced squad for 7-match series against England and for the T20 World Cup in Australia. Announcement was made by Mohammad Wasim, the chief selector of Pakistan Cricket Board, today. Babar Azam will lead the team. Shaheen Shah Afridi and Fakhr Zaman will not be available for the series against England, however they will be part of T20 World Cup squad to be played in Australia. And now the weather report. Mainly hot and dry weather is likely to prevail in most plain areas of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain with wind and thunderstorm is expected at isolated places in North Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News